Hello everyone, and welcome back for my third and final attempt at Season 11, Round 4 of the Solo Crisis League. Let's fix this angle up a bit. How's that sound? Just a bit. There, that's a little better. That's a little better. Anyway, welcome. So this is for the Solo Crisis League. It's a semi-competitive way of playing the DC deck building game and its Crisis expansions. It's a lot of fun. There's a link below. I'll talk more about it later, but it is a lot of fun. And basically, you just play a Solo Crisis game and submit your results, and then you get graded on them. So we'll talk about that later. So it's a Season 11 round 4. In Season 11, we're not using any of the Crisis Pack main deck cards. Instead, we're incorporating main deck cards from the crossover packs and their playable heroes. So that is how we're dealing with this. So this round is going to be Teen Titans as our base set, Crisis 2 as our Crisis and Villain stack, and then Crossover 6, Birds of Prey used within our main deck. This is going to be our strongest round of the three by far because our two options here are very powerful. First up, we have our Oracle. Once during each of your turns, if you control two or more heroes, draw a card and rotate a card you control 90 degrees clockwise. And then Katana. Once during each of your turns, if you control two or more equipment, you may destroy a starter in your hand or rotate a card you control 90 degrees clockwise. Now, those are both incredibly useful, right? Incredibly useful. So Katana would be able to get rid of our starters very quickly, assuming we have the equipment at our disposal to make that happen. And Oracle's going to make powerful turns with hero cards. I think Oracle's going to be better because card draw is generally stronger, and I haven't had a problem amassing any card destruction in this particular setup. In last game in particular, I destroyed all the starters very quickly, and then I had no use for the destruction cards. I was giving them to Crises and such. So instead, we're going to use Oracle, since we don't need that built-in destruction. Now, her rotation ability is still very useful, and maybe we'll get to use that if we do get hit with Heroic Sacrifice. But for now, we're going to be using Oracle. So once during each of our turns, if I control two or more heroes, draw a card, and then rotate a card you control 90 degrees clockwise. That regular rotation of cards is going to make this a very powerful game. Trust me, very powerful. So next up, we have a Mortal Villain in play. It makes so that if any cards that cost 6 or greater enters the lineup, they just get destroyed and replaced. It doesn't apply to villains, but it does to all the other cards. All the superpowers, heroes, equipment, that stuff, locations, that's all going to be hit by a Mortal Villain. Then there's Vandal Savage. Whenever a card with an attack leaves the lineup, that treat it like a first appearance attack against ourselves. That's going to happen. And that is what? That is, I think we have to defeat him. What am I talking about? Just defeat him. To beat a Mortal Villain, we have to discard +5 power worth of cards. So let's see if we can make that happen. I know I say this a lot, but it is possible to beat a Mortal Villain on the very first turn. All you have to do is have no villains in the lineup and draw all 5 punches in your first hand. No big deal, right? Happens all the time. I think it's happened like once or twice on stream only. But someday I'll say it and it'll happen again and I'll feel good. So let's do it. Let's get that first lineup going. We've got Grant Wilson, so there goes that plan. Azarath, Tamaran, Magic Bracers, and Edict Memory. Tamaran's actually destroyed via a Mortal Villain and replaced with Cheshire, so that's not good. That's really not good for us. Get our first hand ready. We got 3 punches. 3 punches. We're going to use that to get a kick. Just get some. Let's get some power. Get that power. New card coming out. Dick Grayson. Terrible card. But he's destroyed by a Mortal Villain. So I guess there's that. Alright, 1, 2, 3, and 4 power. We're going to use that to get Edict Memory. You know what? No. Instead of Edict Memory, we're actually going to get Magic Bracers and Solstice. We'll get Edict Memory next, though. That's for sure. Clock Tower is destroyed and replaced with Shapeshift. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. That's good. We're going to get Edict Memory and Shapeshift. It's a good use of our turn there, I think. Plasmus. 1, 2 powers, all we got. We can't afford anything with that. Moving on to next turn. I'm almost wishing I had Katana now because we haven't seen any destruction cards. So something that was really easy last game, maybe a bit more challenging this game. It's all about where those cards end up in the shuffle of the main deck. Detonator, there it is right now. So actually we will be okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're gonna buy Detonator. I know it's a bit of a waste of the extra power. That destruction is gonna be way better in the long run. There we go, Manhunter, even better. That's a really good card to have right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can't afford it, so we'll just say goodbye to Plasmus instead. All right. New card comes out. There we go. Cybernetic Enhancement. That's a good one. All right, Edict Memory hits the board. When this card rotates upright, we can do something. We'll talk about that later. But each time you draw one or more cards during your turn, rotate this card 90 degrees clockwise. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and 4 is all we got. We'll go ahead and get this Cybernetic Enhancement and move on. All right. 1, if I control a superpower, draw a card, and we will. And since we drew a card, we can rotate this 90 degrees. We'll put this Detonator down. We're going to actually discard it to destroy the vulnerability in our discard pile, and progress is being made. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Titan Memorial is the way to go. Move on to next turn. Now we've got some stuff that's really going to work for us. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Definitely energy absorption. Not really a question there for me. Again, it's for that destruction. We're going to get rid of all those starters. I want to keep probably 2 to 3 punches for personal crises or for crises later on. But for now, we're good. New card comes out. So Titan's Memorial is going to hit the board. Solstice, if we control a superpower, draw a card. Since we drew a card, this rotates. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm tempted to say either Cheshire, but Manhunter is also really good. Let's get rid of Cheshire. We're getting to a point where we're going to get that power more often, but 7's still going to be hard to see very often. All right, we're going to put Detonator down. No, not yet. All right, 1, 2, and 3. We'll buy the kick. No, you know what? We're going to use Detonator to destroy a punch, which triggers Titan's Memorial to draw a card. It's a vulnerability, unfortunately. Oh well, I was trying to get the 4 power. We got the 3 to get a kick. Oh, we drew a card which rotates this. All right. Draw a card, and then I may destroy a card in my hand. Hoping we just draw a vulnerability, otherwise I have no problem destroying a punch. Draw a card. It's a punch. Do we want to? 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll have 5 power. We're not going to destroy anything. But we did draw a card which rotates this, and when this card rotates upright, place up to 2 cards from your discard pile on top of your deck. Unfortunately, there's nothing there. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 allows us to get Manhunter and move on. Gotta get rid of these villains. They're a bit of a problem right now, aren't they? All right, Detonator's on the board. Two, 3 power. We're going to use Detonator to destroy a punch, which triggers Titan's Memorial to draw a card, which rotates Edict Memory. So we're at 3, 4, 5, a couple vulnerabilities. With our 5, let's say goodbye to Grant Wilson. Gotta start making that progress over there. Shovel it up. I'm glad we're actually getting Edict Memory to rotate. I have kind of been missing out on those like regular rotation cards. My last 2 attempts at this. If you're not familiar with the rotation mechanic, it is exclusive to the Birds of Prey crossover pack, and it's a lot of fun, so check it out. Solstice, 1 power, trigger, it draws a card, which triggers this to rotate. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 8. Goodbye, Jinx, which has an attack. I have to discard an ongoing card I control. We'll discard this one, sure. And we get 2 power left. We'll buy Bumblebee. So now we just gotta get rid of Black Alice and we can end this. Oh, nope, now we got Scandal Savage as well. Detonator hits the board. One, 2. I guess we'll use Detonator to destroy a punch in the hopes that we can draw a card for Titan's Memorial. There we go. Put Manhunter down. When this card rotates upright, plus 2 power, I may destroy a card. Okay, once in each of your turns, reveal the top card of your deck. If it's 4 or less, rotate this card 90 degrees clockwise. So that's 2 power. That's all we get, unfortunately. But we're getting set up. We're setting up for some cool stuff. Let's keep it going. I have to remember to do Manhunter regularly. All right, let's get Edict Memory on the table. We'll get Energy Absorption, drawing a card. I may destroy one in hand. We won't. This rotates this. We'll do Manhunter. It does qualify, so it rotates. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're going to say goodbye to Black Alice. That's what we're going to do. New card comes out. Detonator hits the board. Anything we want to destroy over here? Not quite. Maybe we have to. Let's try Manhunter, though. That does rotate. Get Bumblebee down. 1, 2. We will use Detonator to destroy a punch. Drawing a card of Titan's Memorial. Rotating this. 3 powers, where we ended up. I guess we'll get Misfit here. Finding interesting ways to move through our deck. I'll give it that. We're definitely getting rid of starters at an interesting pace. Martial arts, there we go. Okay. Well, Solstice is 1 power. It's going to allow us to draw a card, which rotates this. Let's do Manhunter. Get this. If it costs 4 or less, rotate this card. Okay. When this card rotates upright, plus 2 power, and you may destroy a card in your hand and or discard pile. We'll destroy a card in our hand. And that gets us 2, 3 power. We destroyed a card for Titan's Memorial. Draw a card. I may destroy one in my hand. Goodbye to this vulnerability. We'll get this down. So we're at 3 power, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Goodbye to this, leaving us a 4 power. Goodbye to this, leaving us a 2 power. Goodbye to this, getting us 3 power to buy Martial Arts Expert. There we go. Now what do we have left? Because I think we got rid of most of the starters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's 3 punches right now. We're probably done destroying things for a bit. Now it's going to be about keeping those for crises later on. Oh, we got another villain. That's okay. We can get rid of him. We'll play a kick. That won't work. Let's try Manhunter real quick. Look at this. It is enough to rotate it. If we let Detonator go, we would draw it, which would get us to what again? So 1, 2. Okay, we'll use Detonator. I don't want to... You know what? Yeah, we'll destroy a punch, which triggers Titan's Memorial to draw a card. Spend this 2 power to get rid of Gizmo, and then I think we have it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 power discarded, ending Immortal Villains. That's just over. We have 1 power left off, and it's just us and Vandal Savage now. So hopefully we've got things under control here. We drew a card, which actually would allow us to put 2 cards on top of our deck. So we'll put Solstice and let's get Bumblebee back on top of our deck. Because we drew a card, we get to rotate that. Oh, an Oracle with their heroes. Forgot about Manhunter being out there. So we have to actually look at Oracle's ability so we can actually start really pushing things. New card comes out. All right, Solstice is going to get 1 power and draw a card. Drawing a card rotates this. Now 2 heroes. Once during each of your turns, if you control 2 or more heroes, draw a card and then rotate a card you control 90 degrees. We'll rotate this one. We get Bumblebee down. Draw a card. I may destroy a card in my hand. No, we're not going to destroy anything just yet. But we're at 1 power. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Goodbye, Vandal Savage, leaving us with 1 power. Nothing I want to spend it on. You know what? Instead of that, let's actually leave Vandal Savage for now. We're going to buy Cloak of Raven and Bunker. I'd really like a defense card if possible, but I'll take those 2 and be happy. All right. Detonator hits the board. Misfits out, and we can rotate a card. We're going to rotate Detonator. That's because of Oracle that we rotate a card. But we also draw a card. Can't forget that. Gotta draw a card. Play Bunker. Oh, since we drew a card, this rotates. Lots of things to keep track of. 1 of each type into our hand. Let's do Manhunter. Look at this. Yep, that rotates Manhunter. Okay. We're going to get Martial Arts Expert down. Now that is, when this card rotates upright, we get all sorts of stuff. Alright, we put a punch underneath it. There's nothing that triggers its rotation. We have to rotate it ourselves. Okay. 1, draw a card. And we control 2 heroes, so we basically just get that all the time. Draw a card. Where are we? We're at 3 power total. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Wow, that's good. We're going to buy Vixen, leaving us with 8. We'll buy Static, leaving us with 4, and we'll buy a Kick. And with all that, I think we're in a good place to just say, okay, Vandal Savage next turn. I would really like a defense card. That's what I'm kind of iffy about right now, is I haven't seen any defense cards, I don't think. I think we have Magic Bracers, but that's just the one. Dick Grayson, okay. Well, we control 2 heroes. Draw a card. I may rotate a card 90 degrees. We'll rotate that 90 degrees. We'll do Energy Absorption. Allow us to draw a card. We may destroy a card. Nothing I want to destroy. Let's do Manhunter. Looking at this. Yep, this rotates. Oh, we drew a card, so this rotates. Okay, looking good, looking good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 power. Yeah, goodbye Vandal Savage, leaving us with 7 power. We'll buy Dick Grayson, not because we need him, but because we're going to give him up for something later. And he triggers Oracle. Alright, we did not get a defense in hand, unfortunately. Okay. Next up, ooh, Heroic Sacrifice. Man, it happened early, didn't it? And we lost a lot of good cards. Not too many good cards. We can come back from this real easy. Cybernetic Enhancement's the worst thing we're losing here. So, the player that defeated the previous supervillain removes their superhero from the game and destroys all cards of cost 1 or greater in their discard pile. So we actually keep these punches. The rest of this is destroyed. Alright, we don't have many cards then. That player gains a random unused superhero, and each other player gains... Okay, so we're just going to get a new hero. So we lose Oracle. And she's clearly the strongest one in the set. As long as I don't get Catwoman, I think I'll be happy, but I think... I mean, we're losing Oracle. Katana could still help, but we don't need her destruction so much anymore. I think Katana would still be the best one for us to get. Let's go with this middle one. It's Huntress, which is not a great one for us to have right now. It's really not. So let's take a look at what she does. Each time one or more players avoid an attack you play, you may rotate a card you control 90 degrees clockwise. Now, no one avoids attack we play, so that's just not going to happen. That's just blank. The second part, each time you avoid an attack, you may rotate a card you control 90 degrees. So each time we avoid an attack from a supervillain, there is that. We can rotate a card, but that's it. That's our only rotation from our hero, which is pretty bad. Black Lantern Superman. Each player gains 2 weaknesses. Good thing I have all that as destruction. Each player of a superpower in their discard pile gains an additional weakness. We only have starters over there, so that's not going to affect us. New card comes out. Soul Taker Sword, that's cool. Alright, so let's try Bunker. Looking at these 3 cards, putting one of each type into our hand. Okay, we're going to discard Misfit. Next up, we're going to play Static. I can discard an ongoing card I control. If I do +1 power and destroy a card in your hand or discard pile, you're going to discard Bumblebee to destroy a weakness. And then that's going to trigger Titan's Memorial to draw a card. It is, because that's the first time we destroyed a card this turn. Alright, so then we get to draw a card. Now the good news is that's going to hit Edict Memory. Bad news is there's nothing over there. Manhunter, look at this. It does work. When this card rotates upright, +2 power, and you may destroy a card in your hand and or discard pile. Nothing there I want to destroy. We're going to play Vixen, but we're going to gain this and rotate it 360 degrees so that when this card rotates upright, +5 power. So we're at 2, 3, 8 power total. 9, draw a card. Which rotates this whenever that happens. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. That's enough to say goodbye here. And also go ahead and buy Azarath. Which will be helpful because it's another card with that's ongoing, so we can put it out there. Alright, hopefully this goes okay. We have Magic Bracers still, or that get destroyed? I think Magic Bracers might have gotten destroyed. I don't remember. New Crisis. Missing heroes. When a hero enters the lineup, each player gains a weakness. Your team must collectively destroy 4 equipment. Very well. Next up, Hector Hammond. Each player gains the top card of the main deck. If its cost is 5 or greater, destroy it. It is not. Otherwise, gain a number of weaknesses equal to its cost. So we gain 2 weaknesses. We got a defense card, though, so there is that. Alright. When a hero enters the lineup, each player gains a weakness. Alright, we'll put Bumblebee down. Let's try Manhunter looking here. Nope, that does not trigger that, that's for sure. 2, 3, 4. I think we will just buy Strix because there is plenty of stuff to destroy right now. And we'll move on. Nothing else I can do out there anyway. Alright, we'll get Azarath down. It's just a card we could rotate, basically. We'll play Bunker, looking at these 3 cards. We're going to play Static and discard Bumblebee to destroy this weakness. Destroying a card. Triggers Titan's Memorial to draw a card. And drawing a card rotates this. Let's try Manhunter looking here. Yup, that rotates. So we're at 3 power. 4 power drawing a card. 5, 6, 7. 8, 9. 10, 11. 12. I mean, we'll purchase this. I'm not going to be using Strix. Oh, I can play it last because then there's nothing over here. So that's 13, 14, but so that's actually 12 total, but nothing we can do about that. Need some equipment. Let's do a few things. Let's try Manhunter. That does rotate this. Anything I can do to draw a card? If I use Detonator, nothing right now. All right, 2, 4, 5. Actually, hold on. Let's just go 2, get rid of Gizmo. That triggers this rotation. Do I have enough equipment? We got magic bracers here. We need 4 equipment. No, I do not have that. All right, so these won't do anything. That's just kind of the end of my turn. Yeah, we need more equipment to come out if this is going to work. Yeah, it's a bunch of weaknesses and bumblebees, and ooh, that's another hero, so that's another weakness gained. All right, well, Bumblebee hits the table twice, and then Solstice draws a card. And now drawing a card rotates this. We'll try Manhunter looking here. That will rotate this. We're going to discard Detonator to destroy a weakness, which triggers Titan's Memorial to draw a card. Drawing a card triggers this. 2 cards from your discard pile on top of your deck. Sure, Detonator can come right on back. We're only at 1 power overall. 2, 3, 4, and a couple weaknesses. We'll go ahead and buy this. Card comes out. It's another hero, it's another weakness gained. All right, we're going to put Detonator down. Then, let's try Manhunter looking here. Does work, so Manhunter goes, and then this card rotates upright, plus 2 power. You may destroy a card in your hand and or discard pile. Destroy this weakness, destroy this weakness. Destroying that triggers Titan's Memorial to draw a card. Drawing a card triggers this. So we're making things work. We're making things happen here. We'll get Strix out, which is going to destroy this weakness. We're at 2 power. 3, 4, 7. We'll buy this. Leaving us 1 power, and that's that. That's just that. Still need that equipment to come out, any of them. There we go, there's one. Let's start with Bunker here. Looking at 3 cards. Put 1 of each type into our hand. Weakness doesn't have a card type. We'll use Static here, discarding Bumblebee to destroy this weakness. Destroying that triggers Titan's Memorial. Drawing a card triggers this. Let's do Manhunter now. That does trigger Manhunter. So we're at 3 power. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 power. We'll buy this for 5, leaving us with 11. That's that. New card comes out. Another hero. It's another weakness gained. So many weaknesses. We're going to start with Strix destroying that weakness. So that's 2 power. Let's do Manhunter looking at this. Nope. Put a hero from your discard pile into your hand and gain an equipment in the lineup. I'm going to go with Maggie Sawyer. So 2 power. 3 power, draw a card. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We'll buy this. Just don't think we have 4 equipment yet. We've got 2. I could get 3 if I got rid of Detonator, which I would be happy to do, but we need 4 cards anyway, so might as well keep it while all these weaknesses keep popping up. Do wish we got to stay as Oracle. Man, that's rough. Ravager, another destruction card. Start with Bunker. Drop Strix here. Let's do Manhunter looking here. Yep, that qualifies. Go 3, 4, 5 and draw a card. Put this into our hand, I guess. Oh, we do get a weakness because the hero came out, which will play this to destroy said weakness, so that's okay. So again, we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 power. That's enough to buy this for sure. New card comes out. Shimmer. Ooh. Yeah, that sounds fun. Why not? Lady Blackhawk. If this is the first card you play this turn, discard your hand and draw 3 cards. Cool. Then, draw an additional card for each rotated card you control. So we're going to draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. Going to play that whenever possible, that's for sure. Bunker's up. And get rid of Strix here. All right, so we're at 1. Let's do Manhunter. Here, that rotates that. 2, 3. You can put this into my hand. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10, 11. Man, I got so much power here. We'll get the Shimmer out of here, which rotates this one. Then we'll go on to next turn. Man, things are rough. I don't think we have the equipment still. Got not many at my disposal here. Solstice draws a card. Drawing a card triggers this. Bumblebee hits the table. Let's use Manhunter's ability real quick. Up here. Ooh, it does not qualify. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll buy this. Go on to next turn. Another villain. Okay, Tim Drake puts a hero from our discard pile into our hand. That's gonna be Vixen, which is 3 power. Gets rid of this, rotates this. Let's do Manhunter's ability. Yep, rotate that. +2, you may destroy a card in your hand and or discard pile. Nothing I want to destroy. We'll get the 2 power for no reason, really, and move on. We're just trying to manage the deck at this point. We just need those equipment, and they're not coming out. They're just not coming out. Let's do Lady Blackhawk. If the first card you play this turn, draw 3 cards, and then +1 for each rotated card. +1 card then draw an additional card for each rotated card we control. So we're going to draw 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 power. 8 cards. All right, then let's go ahead and use Bunker real quick. And we'll discard one of those. Then we'll play Master Thief, drawing 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. Oh, drawing a card triggers this. Okay. Maggie Sawyer here gets what? 1, 2 power, 3 power for herself, 4, 5, 6, and draw a card, 7, 8. Goodbye to this, rotates this, bringing us down to 1, and then plus 5 gets us up to 6 power. Nothing I want to do with the stuff in my hand. Just keep going. Just keep going. All right. That's an equipment. That's actually really good news. So we get 3 power here and purchase that. So that's 1 power left. 2 power, we can draw a card. Let's use Manhunter real quick. Looking here. Yep, rotate. And we drew a card which rotates this. So we're at 2 power. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Moving on. All right, so there's 2 equipment of our 4. New card comes out. It's a villain. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll try Manhunter. Nope. That does get rid of this. Leaving us with 3 power. We'll buy a kick. Move on. There was no equipment in that. New card comes out. All right, we've got Lasso of Light here. Let's put a hero from our discard pile into our hand. Thinking Solstice. Yeah, let's do Solstice. So then that is 1 power, and we can draw a card. Drawing a card triggers this. 1 power, 2 power. Oh, I don't remember if we had the 4th equipment or not. Oh, we've got a detonator there. Okay, hold on. If we use detonator real quick, we can destroy something. We'll destroy a kick. Destroying a card triggers this to draw a card. And then we can destroy Lasso of Lightning, Detonator, Colony Suit, and Magic Bracers to end missing heroes. We're basically out of equipment to make that happen, but that's okay. All right, so we're at, if I remember correctly, we're at 1, 2 power. Let's draw or reveal 3 cards, put 1 of each type into our hand. Get rid of Strix here. All right, so we are at 1, 2 power. Five power, 6, 7. Draw a card for each rotated card. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. That rotates this. And again, we're at 2, 5, 6, 7 power. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 power. That's enough to get rid of Hector Hammond and gain Teen Titans Go, which is kind of what I was shooting for. That's good. That's good. Now let's hope we get a defense. I don't think we will, because I think Magic Bracers was our only defense for a while, and we had to destroy it. So I don't think we have a defense. I think we're going to have to take whatever happens next. All right, here we go. New crisis is Shifting Loyalties. At the end of your turn, place all cards you played this turn on the discard pile of the player on your right. I am the player on my right, so there's nothing there, but it does have a different rule for solo. To beat this, I have to put the top 3 cards of my deck into the lineup. Their total cost is 7 or greater. Remove this crisis. Very well. Next up is Hell. Hell costs 3 more to defeat for each superpower in the lineup. Each player puts a non-kick superpower from his hand or 2 from his discard pile in the lineup. I have none, so that attack just does nothing to me. I'm okay with that. Since there's no villain, let's just try and beat this by adding the top 3 cards here. 2, 2, and 6. That is 10. That is enough to say goodbye to Shifting Loyalties very quickly. Let's see what we can do here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. If I control rotated cards, I may put any cards I buy this turn on top of my deck. Very well. We're going to buy Master Thief and Maggie Sawyer. We're going to use Manhunter to look here. She qualifies. This rotates. And we should be good to beat Hell next turn. Ooh, but Blackhawk is tempting. Alright, so we discard these 2 for 2 power. Then we use Master Thief to draw 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. So we're at 2 power. Let's go ahead and use Bunker. We'll discard Tim Drake. So we're at 2 power. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I should have done that earlier. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 power, 17, 18, 19. We're going to ignore Strix. So that is 7 power left over after defeating him. So we'll get Cybernetic Enhancements, leaving us with 4 power. And we'll get another copy of Solstice, I think. Nah, Aqualad's good. There we go. New hand, we're ready, but yep, still no copies of a defense card. Draining the Emotional Spectrum. Put the top 3 cards of the main deck in the lineup. I'm actually kind of thankful for that. And 1 for the turn as well. At the start of your turn, reveal the top card of your deck. Destroy all cards in the lineup with the revealed card's type and replace them. To beat, each player must discard random cards. Remove this crisis if none of them match a card type in the lineup. Very well. Hellspawn. Each player discards the 2 cards of the highest cost in their hands. That's a 7 and a 3. Very diverse card choices there. So we have to discard the top card of our deck. It's a hero, so these are destroyed and replaced. We have to defeat the villains if we're going to get through this. Alright, we're going to get Bumblebee down. Let's try Manhunter real quick. Yep, she rotates. Alright, so we're at 0 power, but we're at 1, 2. We'll just use that to get rid of Zookeeper, which does rotate something. Soul Taker Sword, that's it. We'll get ready. New card comes out. We have to discard this card. We have to destroy all the heroes in the lineup and replace them. Alright, let's try Bunker real quick. We'll put Maggie Sawyer in our hand, I think. It's over here. Then we're going to put a hero from our discard pile into our hand and then gain an equipment in the lineup. We're going to gain this equipment. I think we'll gain Vixen just to get the most power here. Did we try Manhunter yet? I don't think we did. 3, so that rotates. That's 2 power. I may destroy a card in my hand and discard pile. I'm not going to destroy anything, but that is 2 power. Put Aqualad down. 5 power. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 power. Let's get rid of this. 13 minus 6 brings us down to 7. Rotates this. Buy this, brings us down to 4, rotating this. With our 4, we will buy 1 kick. We'll go on the next turn. Another villain came out, so we reveal a hero. So there goes Garfield Logan, who gets replaced with an equipment. Let's use Lady Blackhawk. Discard our hand, draw 3 cards, and then plus 1 card for each rotated card, which is 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. So we need 4 cards here. Three power. Draw a card for each rotated one, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. I should have tried Manhunter first. There it is. That rotates. Oh well. Alright, so we're at 4 power. That's going to get rid of Lady Vic. So we're at 0 power. Go here with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 power. Buy this, leaving us with 4 power. 5, 6, 7, 8. Discard this to get to 9. Discard this to put Whip on top of our deck. 10, 11, put this into our hand, put it back down. Discard a random card. We're at 11 power, by the way. Discarding a random card here gets us what? A hero. So this is gone. So at 11 power, which is enough to beat Hellspawn. And then Maggie Sawyer gets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which can use to buy this. And we won't be playing the rest of these cards. That's just our turn. That was a good turn. I like that one. Oh, man. Keep forgetting to do Edict Memory here. All right, we have no defense again, so here we go. Frozen City. At the start of each player's turn, they add the top card of the main deck to the lineup. Flip down each other card of that cost in the lineup, and they cannot be bought or gained this turn. Flip them up at the end of your turn to beat. Clear the lineup of all cards. Graves. This attack cannot be avoided. Basically, we get attacked by the 2 most expensive cards in the destroyed pile. So let's see, what do we have here that can even attack us? We've got a 6 cost. We got a 3 cost. 6 and 3 so far. Ooh, a 6 and a 7. All right, these are our 2. Can't defend against them. So what do we got? Each foe discards an ongoing card they control. Okay, we'll discard Bumblebee. Each foe discards a card from their hand. If a foe avoids the attack, they gain a weakness. All right, we'll discard a kick. And that's that. We got through Graves. New card comes out, and that card for the Crisis is a 3 cost card. So let's see if we can get through this. Whip, we're going to use a martial arts expert here. We'll use Manhunter real quick. Yep, that qualifies. Put Bumblebee down. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll use that to get rid of Shimmer, which rotates this, which gets us 5 power, which we'll use to buy this, leaving us with 2 power, and ending Frozen City really quickly. We're at 2 power. 3, 4. I'm not going to go any further with that. Okay, that's pretty good. Pretty good. All right, new card comes out. We're going to start with Bunker. Reveal the top 3 cards of our deck. Actually, no, we're going to start with Manhunter. Looking here. Doesn't happen. Then we'll do Bunker. For each different type, so they all go into our hand. +1 for each ongoing, so that's 1. Oh, wait, no, hold on. Don't do that yet. Get Azarath, Metreon, Zinthos down first. Then do it, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then do it again for 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Goodbye, Graves. Hello, New Titans Tower. And I think we're good. Nothing else we really want to do in our hand. Perfect. Perfect. That's what you want to see sometimes, right? Wait, did we draw a card that turn? A Bunker doesn't really draw cards, no. Reveals cards, puts them into your hand, but it doesn't draw anything. Alright, still no defense, I don't think. Nope. New crisis is Rise of the Dead. When a card is destroyed, remove it from the game. At the start of your turn, put a random card of cost 1 or greater from the destroyed pile into the lineup. If that card is not a villain, gain a weakness. To beat, your team must collectively destroy 5 cards with different colors from your hand. Well, I think that counts from our discard pile and solo as well, if I remember correctly. Yep, it does. Okay, so we can do that from our discard pile as well, since we're playing solo. No way we're going to get 5 different colors from hand in solo. It's just not going to happen. So there's that, and our new villain is Mr. Freeze. So we can only play 4 cards from our hand each turn until he's defeated. New card comes out. Then a card from the destroyed pile. It's not a villain, so we gain a weakness. We need to destroy 5 cards of different colors. Well, that's why we kept the punches. This is why. This is why. See if we can get those. We'll discard this for 1 power, put this out, and discard that for 2 power. Discard this. I can put a card of cost 4 or less from my discard pile into my hand. Go ahead and take Bunker into our hand and play Bunker, dealing these 3 cards. 1 of each type into our hand. We're going to play Whip to rotate this. Let's try Manhunter. Yep, that rotates. Oh, we did not draw any cards. That's right. So we're still at 4 power. And we've only played 2 cards from hand, right? Yeah, these are only 2 we've played from hand. Everything else has been from in play. That's great. Can we beat Rise of the Dead? Where's all our punches when we need them? We can't do it this turn. I really want those punches to be one of them, so... yeah, I think that's that. With our 4 power, we'll go ahead and get the 6, 7, 8 total, which is enough to buy both of these, so we can destroy them as needed and get ready for next turn. Yes, we got one of the punches. Okay. Okay. That's good news. So we have to add a card first. Not a villain, so we gain a weakness. So we have to destroy 5 cards of different types, or different colors. So that's a punch. That's yellow, green, orange, blue. I think it's going to have to be Cloak of Raven. I don't really want to destroy Cloak of Raven. But yeah, the other ones are too keepable. Anything in our hands? Nope. Cloak of Raven, so that's 5 cards. Orange, green, yellow, Blue and gray, they are destroyed. They are removed from the game. But that is the end of Rise of the Dead. Really easy. All right, so what we're going to do now is this is going to be the first card we technically play this turn. That's going to be Lady Blackhawk. All right? Maybe not. No, we'll try it. Why not? We can see what happens. Lady Blackhawk. It's our first card, so we discard our hand. We draw 3 cards and then draw a card for each rotated card. And this rotates this. Unfortunately, we have no discard pile at the time. So we rotate, we draw what? 1, 2, 3, 4 cards because this was rotated at the time. We'll get Maggie Sawyer. That's not the card I wanted. We'll get Maggie Sawyer out here for 1, 2, 3 power. Let's do Master Thief. 1, 2, 3 cards. Can only play one more card. I tried. All right, well, what we'll do is we'll put New Titan's Tower down and help us draw cards later. This will allow us to rotate this, though. All right, so we're in some kind of position here. Oh, we had enough power there, right? Wow, how much power did we have? We had 3 power from Maggie Sawyer, and we're going to use that to buy Cybernetic Enhancements for obvious reasons. All right, new card comes out. Gotta be Mr. Freeze. All right, we're going to put Aqualad down. We're going to discard Aqualad to put this on top of our deck. Tim Drake puts a hero from our discard pile into our hand. So that's 2 cards we've played. Boom. Let's see. So 2 cards and 1 as our third card now. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's try Manhunter. This rotates, getting us up to 8, 9. And 10, 11, we may destroy cards. I think we will destroy a punch. We're at 11. That's goodbye, Mr. Freeze, leaving us with 1 power. I'll go 2, 3, 4 power. Goodbye, Cinderblock here, leaving us with 1 power. 2, 3, 4. Oh, that rotates this when we beat that Cinderblock. I think that's it. Oh no, when we destroyed a card, we destroyed that punch, which triggers this to draw a card. And then it's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, which buys this. Forgot about that. Okay. That's good. Now things are going our way. I like it. I like it. All right, still no defenses. New Crisis is 7 Deadly Sins Unleashed. Put the top 4 cards of the main deck in the lineup. We're going to do 5, 4 for the Crisis, 1 for the turn. Wow, a couple 1s there. When a superpower enters the lineup, each player gains a weakness. So we gain 1 weakness. Your team must collectively destroy 7 cards with different costs from their discard piles. This is actually pretty easy once we get rid of Vixen there. Or I'm sorry, Match there. Then it's Doomsday. Each player destroys the top 2 cards of their deck. Destroy any defense cards used to avoid this attack. So I guess we destroy these 2 and we lost Cybernetic Enhancement and a kick. All right, this is actually not that bad. If we can beat Whip, it's going to be pretty good. So let's actually, so we can beat Match quickly, we'll be fine. So first off, Whip, rotate a card 90 degrees. When this card rotates upright, put a punch from your hand or the destroyed pile under it. +1 power for each card under this card. So that's 1 power from Martial Arts Expert. It's 3 power now with Whip. Bunker? No, not Bunker. Get Bumblebee down. It's an ongoing card which triggers Titans to Tower. 3 power. 4/5. We'll put Aqualad up here. You may discard this card from play. If you do, put a card that costs 5 or less from your discard pile on top of your deck. Hmm. Five power, if I remember correctly. Put Maggie Sawyer over here, right? So we're at 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, 5. We can get to 6 here. You can use Manhunter to look here, and this does qualify, so this rotates. All right, well, with our 5, let's just try Bunker real quick. I should have put something with card draw in there. So we're at 5 power. We got these 3 cards. This is not a card type, so just over there. We get a ton of power now. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16, 17, 18, 19 power. Goodbye, Match, leaving us 12 power. We'll buy these 2, leaving us with 10 power. Buy this, leaving us with 7. Buy this, leaving us with 3 power. And then we might actually be able to do this next turn. New card comes out. It is a superpower, so we gain another weakness. Oh, this rotates for buying that villain. All right, let's start with Manhunter here. Looking here, that does rotate. Okay, we might be able to do this just fine. Let's start with Master Thief. Draw a card for each rotated card, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. One, I can destroy a weakness here. Done. Put Bumblebee down. 2, 3, get rid of another weakness. 4, 5. The hero from the discard pile into our hand. Let's go with Bunker here. Look at these 3. Discard this. Yeah, we'll discard this, put a card that costs 5 or less on top of our deck. Look at it, triggering Manhunter here. Still have 5 power. 6 and 7, when we discard those, we'll buy this. So we have 2 power now. Do we have everything we need over there? We have 2 power. We got 5, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 3, 4, 3, 1. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 6 costs, so we don't have it yet. That's unfortunate. We can at least play Teen Titans Go to get those ongoing cards back into our hand. Good news is we put that down and it triggers Titan's Tower because it's the first one we've played, which does get us Whip. So that can get us Whip. What can we do if we rotate a card? We did draw a card, so this rotates. Could anything allow us to draw a card? No, we'll use Whip, though, on Martial Arts Expert. It does get 1 power, so that's 1. So that's actually 3 power, 4, 5. 5 power, I think we're at right now. I think. We might actually have way more than that, and I've lost track. Unfortunately, we're not going to have a discard pile, so that's kind of the end of the line there. We'll get Aqualad down. All right, we got to be more careful next turn that we don't overdraw to the point that we don't have a discard pile anymore. That's going to be really bad for this turn. So we got a couple Bumblebees and Aqualad out there. You can all help. All right, new card comes out. Azarath Metron Zinthos hits the board, and that's our first ongoing card. So New Titans Tower draws a card. Draw a card of Area 1. 3 power, 4 of Martial Arts. That's the end of Lady Vic. That's just that. Let's try Manhunter looking here. It does trigger that, so that's 2 power. We could destroy some cards. We won't, though, because we're actually going to want that weakness in a second. We get a ton of power, but nothing else we could do besides generate power, so we're just going to move on. All right, let's try Bunker. Oh, and that's a superpower, so that actually makes it so that weakness goes right over here. Let's try Manhunter, looking here. Yep, that rotates. Martial Arts Expert, we're going to rotate with this Whip, bringing us to 3 power. What do we have over here? Let's see if we actually go a little further. 4/5, we'll buy this. So we're at 0 power. Do we have enough for that yet, though? We have 5, 0, 4, 3, 3, 7, 3. No, we do not. Let's just stop there and get ready for next turn. And what I'm going to do is actually kind of fill these out before we even go into next turn, so that everything's ready, because I think we'll be able to do it pretty quickly. Crossbow. I'd rather have one of these 1-cost cards over there to make this happen. We'll start with Strix, though, destroying one of these weaknesses. Since that destroyed a card, we get to draw a card. Since we drew a card, this rotates. Do Manhunter now. Look at that. This rotates. What can I do to discard cards? Let's go with, we're going to discard this to put Bunker into our hand in the hopes that we get something good. So these 3 cards here, we'll discard Acrobatic Agility because it costs 1. All right, that gives us some options. So we're at 2 power. Play Maggie Sawyer to get to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 power. We'll buy this, bringing us ultimately down to 4 power. We still have a ton of hands left. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different costs. So we should be able to do this. So 0, 1, yes. We don't have any 2s in here. We'll just discard a Bumblebee, giving us a 3 power. So that's 0, 1, 2. Perfect. A kick for the 3rd one here. For 4, I think it's time to say goodbye to Static. No, I'll give it a Flight Wings, actually. For 5s, here we have Demonic Influence. And where are we? We're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards of different costs. We need a 7th one, so it's one of these 3 cards. I'm actually going to say New Titans Go because we're not using it as much as I usually do. So those are destroyed, and 7 Deadly Sins Unleashed is no longer. If I remember correctly, we were at 2 power. Tim Drake. Let's get a hero into our hand. 5 power. 6, 7, 8. Pay 1 less for supervillains this turn. Boom. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 power. He only cost us 11, so we have 6 power left over. We'll buy 1 single kick and move on. That's good. It's a good turn. Had to destroy a Bumblebee to make it work, but you know what? You can't make an omelet without breaking a few Bumblebees. Right? So, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we're about halfway through. No defense here. New crisis is Villains in Disguise. Put the top 3 cards of the main deck in the lineup. 1, 2, 3. We'll also do 1 card for the turn. When you buy or gain a villain from the lineup, place it in your discard pile instead of destroying it. Each player must destroy a villain in their hand or discard pile. Here we go. Amazo. Each player puts a hero from his hand or 2 from his discard pile into the lineup. Put a Misfit out there. Now, Roulette is actually a card I really want. So we're going to buy Roulette and keep her. That's what's going to happen. I'm not going to give her to Villains in Disguise. I want that card. If it ends up being a problem, we can always get rid of her later when she comes back to my hand. But Manhunter's up first. Looking here. Rotate that. And then let's use Bunker. We'll get Maggie Sawyer. The rest can go over here. Let's go ahead and use Master Thief to draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. That rotates this, which allows us to put a card on top of our deck. I don't want to put any of those cards on top of my deck, so we're good. We can draw a card, though, which rotates this again. Azeroth Metreon Zinthos is out. We can rotate a card. That's going to be this one. So we're at 2 power now, which we'll use to buy this. We're at 0 power. One, 2, 3, 4, 5 power. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 power. Buy this brings us down to 9. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 power. I guess we buy all of these. And we just kind of stop there. Could generate more power, no real need. It's all kind of there for future crises and stuff. We do need another villain to get through this, though, so that might be the problem. That might be a hang-up. Let's do Tim Drake, put a hero from our discard pile into our hand. Thinking Bunker. Yeah, we'll use Bunker real quick. Discard Arsenal here. Let's use Manhunter. Looking here, does not qualify. Three power. We're going to purchase this. Draw a card. 4, 5. Anything I can do here? I can use Ravager to destroy Arsenal, and we will. Just to get through this, I think. Speed Force, good card. Roulette. Rotate a card you control 90 degrees. We'll put another punch under there. So now there's 2 punches under there. That's 2 power every turn. 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll rotate that again. 7, 8 by this. So we have 2 power. I mean, discard a card to get more power, but we're good. New card comes out. We're looking for a villain here. Ton of power. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll buy this with 4 left over. Another 10 here gets us to 14. Let's try Manhunter. Nope. Ton more power. Don't need it. Moving on. Need another villain to come out. We might have to just say goodbye to Roulette and just say we have 2 power of martial arts for now. If we don't have another card come out by the time Roulette comes out, I think it's going to be time. All right. Draw a card for each rotated card. That's 1. Actually, yeah, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 cards to draw. There we go. We'll take a chance. You may destroy a card in the lineup and replace it. Then if there are no superpowers in the lineup, you may rotate a card you control 90 degrees. Okay, we'll rotate this 90 degrees. 10, 22 power total. The computer console down. This card rotates upright, draw 2 cards. Draw another card. And that's that. Don't really have a need to buy T-Wing. Alright, Speed Force, 2 power, draw 2 cards. Yeah, I think we have to get rid of Roulette. I think we're just going to have to say goodbye to Roulette, ending Villains in Disguise. I would love to keep going, but not really an option, it seems. 2 power Manhunter here is triggered. To get us to 4 power, we could destroy a card in our hand and discard pile. I think we're good. So we're at 4 power. Put a hero into our hands. Gain an equipment in the lineup. Take Maggie Sawyer. And we'll gain a Lasso of Lightning. That's 4 power overall. Right? 2, 4. Oh, 5, 6. 6 power. 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 power. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 power. Goodbye, Amazo, leaving us with 4 power. We'll go on to next turn. Do we have anything that puts a card on top of our deck? We do have Aqualad. But I don't think we have a defense card that he can put on. Oh, wait, no. We will discard Aqualad to put Aerie 1 on top of our deck for next turn. So we can finally defend. And trigger Huntress in the process. Alright, new crisis is hunting down the lanterns. When an equipment enters the lineup, each player gains a weakness. Your team must collectively destroy 4 superpowers. Very well. I put a new card out. Whoops, forgot about that. Mongol. Each player destroys 1 location of each different cost he controls. If you have none or avoid this attack, gain 2 weaknesses. We'll use Aerie 1. You may discard this card to avoid an attack. If you do, draw a card. You may rotate a card you control 90 degrees. We're going to rotate this one 90 degrees. All right, it's our turn. We're going to start with Whip, rotating this 90 degrees to add another punch, so it's 3 power every turn. That's a lot of power. So we're at 5 power right now. We'll put this down. Put this down. When an equipment enters the lineup, each player gains a weakness. That didn't happen. Your team must collectively destroy 4 superpowers. So we got a kick in hand. Another kick. Canary Cry. We're at 5 power. Let's use Bunker here. Discard T-Wing. We're at 5 power, right? We'll use that to buy a kick. And then we'll just destroy the kick in hand as well as these 3 over here. Actually, not yet. Hold on. Just keep the kick in hand. We're at 5 power. 6, 7, 8. Let's buy 2 of these kicks so we can destroy 3, 4 kicks. Right? Yeah, so we get the save Canary Cry then. Perfect. Which leaves us with 2 power, right? Yeah, we had 8 power. We bought 2 of those. So yeah, that leaves us with 2 power, and that's defeated. Nope, that was 1 too many. I did have an extra kick. Okay. This is supposed to be destroyed. And then draw a card. So 2 power, drawing a card. Drawing a card does trigger this. There's a lot of ongoing cards out here to keep track of, and it's kind of hard sometimes. Ooh. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 power. Goodbye, Mongol. Leaving us with 3 power. Nothing to spend it on, really. We'll buy a kick. We destroyed a bunch of them, so why not? I don't think we ended with Manhunter yet, so we'll look here and we do get to rotate Manhunter. Cool. Alright, no defense in hand, so let's see what we got. New crisis is Manhunter Invasion. When a villain enters the lineup, each player gains a weakness. Your team must collectively destroy 4 heroes in their hands, or discard piles since we're playing solo. Black Hand. Each player destroys the top card of the main deck and then discards a number of cards equal to its VP value. Alright, destroy this card, and we have to discard 3 cards. So that's 1, 2, and 3. That's a pretty easy choice as far as which cards to do. So you have to destroy 4 heroes to end this. Seems like a pretty easy choice so far. We'll keep going though. So first off, we'll go with, let's try Manhunter. Looking here, and we will rotate this. And then we'll use Speed Force to draw 2 cards. And then just rotate this for discarding that. We got Strix, which is perfect. So we're going to destroy Strix, I think. It's a good chance we're destroying Strix. So we're at 2, 5 power total. Okay, let's get rid of, we'll play Aqualad to put a card that costs 5 or less on top of our deck. And that'll be this one. We'll play Bumblebee to get to 1 more power. So from 5, we go up to 6. 6 power. And then we'll destroy Strix, Bumblebee, Static, and Ravager. That's our 4 destroyed heroes. That's the end of Manhunter Invasion. So at 5 power. Get this down on the table. That triggers New Titans Tower to draw a card. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 18 and 19, 20, 21, 22. 23 power. Goodbye here. Leaves us a 12 power, which we'll use to buy both of these, leaving us with 4 power. All right. How are we doing? Let's see if we can get through this. Our new crisis is reshaping our world. At the start of your turn, discard all cards that share a cost of another card in your hand. And to beat this, I think we have to reveal the top 3 cards of our deck. Remove of each of those has a different cost, so very doable. And our new villain, Black Adam. Each player destroys cards in their hand until they have 1 card of each type in their hand. Very well. They have to destroy T-Wing and Tim Drake or Cassie Sandsmark. We'll get rid of Cassie here. We're doing all right without her. Without her ability every turn. New card comes out. Ooh, it's a villain, so we can't do Reshaping Our World yet. Have to discard all cards that share cost of another card in our hand. So that's just Cybernetic Enhancement, unfortunately. But that's fine, because that's all we really need to beat this. Let's do Manhunter real quick. Does not qualify. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. By here, leaving us with 8 power. And to beat that, we have to reveal these 3 cards. They all have to be different costs. 3, 3, and 5, so that does not beat Reshaping Our World. We continue on to next turn. Just doesn't happen. New card comes out. We have to discard all cards that share a cost of another card in our hand. That's all of these. Let's try and beat this by looking at these 3 cards. They are 3, 3, and 6, so they are not defeated. All right. Let's try Manhunter, though. Nope. 2. We can discard this to draw a card. Drawing a card, it's this, which allows us to put 2 cards on top of our deck. And then draw a card for each rotated card. So that's 1, 2, 3 cards to draw. We're at 2 power. That rotates this. Put this down. It's our first ongoing card, so we buy another card. Draw another card. Rotates this. 3 more power gets us to 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 power. Get this ongoing card out there. Discard this to draw a card. 2021, rotate this. 22 puts this into our hand, and we'll put it down. I don't really want to buy anything. I was just trying to manipulate the deck as best I could. We got some cards rotated, which is what I really wanted. All right, so we have to discard all cards that share a cost in our hand. We have a couple 3s and a couple 4s. All we keep is the 2 cost one. Let's try and beat this. Please be all different costs. We've got 7, a 6, and a 3. That is the end of Reshaping Our World. We're on to just Black Adam. Maggie Sawyer here is going to get us quite a bit of power, but first we'll do Manhunter. That does trigger. We are at 3 power of Martial Arts Expert. So, let's see if we can do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. We'll discard this for a card that costs 5 or less on top of our deck. There's that. Discard this to draw a card. Boom. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Goodbye, Black Adam, leaving us 7 power. We'll buy Shapeshift. We might need it. I don't know. You know what? No, let's not buy. Yeah, we have to buy Shapeshift. That's right. Never mind. Okay. Let's see what we got here. It's the final Crisis and Villain. It is Supervillains United. Place an unused supervillain in front of you. Resolve its first appearance attack. That supervillain cannot be destroyed or gained from other players' cards. Remove this crisis when there are no supervillains in the lineup. Alright, it is Trigon, and his first appearance attack is... Each player destroys the top 3 cards of the main deck. Gain a card with the lowest cost you destroyed this way, and put it into your hand. Alright, destroy these 3 cards. Lowest cost goes into our hand, so that's a 4 cost. We'll take Flight Wings, I guess. Gain a card, gain the card with the lowest cost. Then, discard all cards in your... Each player destroys the top 3 cards in the main deck, and gain a card of the lowest cost from destroy this way, and put it into your hand. Okay, and then discard cards in your hand with cost greater than this card. Anything that costs more than 4 has to go away now. Got it. Alright, so these 3 go away. And there's that. And there's Supervillains United until there's no more Trigon. Then it's Necron, and he's going to put another villain out there that we defeated this game, which means Supervillains United can't go away till we defeat both of these guys. Let's see. All right. Trigon's technically in the lineup, which means it'll trigger Soul Taker Sword, which is good. And our new one in front of us is Vandal Savage, who has no first appearance attack. So that's kind of cool. Because his stack on going ability doesn't apply either, so we should be okay. Alright, let's see if we can get through this. 2, 4, 5 power, 6, 7, 8 with this. Let's try Manhunter. Actually, no, let's use Aqualad to put Cybernetic Enhancement here, and then use that to do Manhunter, which rotates this. Alright, so now we're at 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We can destroy a card in our hand and discard pile. Don't need Shapeshift. Then we'll discard Azarath Metreon Zinthos to put a card into our hand. It's got to be cost 4 or less, though. Like Crossbow or something. Or Bunker. Yeah, I'll put Bunker into our hand. We'll play Bunker, revealing 3 cards and putting 1 of each type into our hand. So again, it's 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 power. Revealing 3 cards, putting 1 of each type into our hand. Discard this. 11, 12, drawing 2 cards, which rotates this. Azarath Metreon Zinthos goes there. 13. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Let's use that to get rid of both of our villains, because that is a total of 22. We have 23 power. That ends Supervillains United. We have 1 power left over. We'll just stop there. Oh, this will rotate this because we did defeat a villain out there. New card comes out. Very well. Very well. Let's see if we can get through this. We're going to use Azarath Metreon Zinthos to put Cybernetic Enhancements into our hand. Right? Yeah, just do that. That'll get us a ton of power. We're just going to double down on Cybernetic Enhancements right away. And gets us, what? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Master Thief draws 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. All right, 18 power. Oh, plus these 3 is 21. Yeah, we're there. All of this is going to be a ton of extra power, but we're at 21 power already. He's defeated, and that's that. All right, final thoughts on Season 11, Round 4. Birds of Prey is incredibly powerful, especially within a solo setup because, I mean, you have access to all of the rotated cards. They're all yours the whole game, and you can use them, right? And we did. We used Manhunter quite a bit. Edict Memory, not so much. Martial Arts, we got 3 power every turn from that. We got to use Soul Taker Sword a few times. Overall, it was Manhunter, I think, that was the biggest one. In that 2 power, Destruction, looking ahead at the deck, I think that was my favorite one this particular game. So it was a lot of fun. And plus, I thought it was interesting that since we weren't using the Crisis main deck cards, this was still able to kind of keep up with that, right? It was still able to make it so that we could see, we still had plenty of power, right, at our disposal in order to beat this. We still got through it pretty easily, I guess is what I'm trying to say, without those main deck cards, without those Crisis 4 cards. That's not right. Without those Crisis 2 cards, so without the So without the Atom, Black Lantern Power Ring, White Lantern Power Ring, stuff like that, we still managed to get through this very, very easily. So that's that. If you enjoy the leagues or the videos or whatever that brought you here today and you want to support those efforts, you can check out a few things like the Etsy store, where we have things like this official league mat. We also have pins and stickers and all sorts of fun stuff ready to ship today. If you're interested in those things and you want to see what else you can get out of the leagues, you can check out the Patreon, where you get things like mid-round results, sneak peeks, upcoming rounds, and members-only rounds between seasons. That's all I've got for today. I do want to thank some people, the most recent members of the Patreon. I do want to thank you all specifically. We've got Lion Hokies, Darth Colejoy, Dataki, Lofty Ravens, Board Game Lawyer, Cody, and Lithrak. All 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of you are all joining in just the last few weeks. You're all also from the Solo Champions League, which is like the Solo Crisis League, except we use Marvel Champions. Check that out if you're interested. It is a lot of fun as well. This is all I've got for today. Thank you to all of you specifically for joining the Patreon. Thank you for watching. Thank you to everyone for playing. And good luck in your Season 11 games, because that wraps up today. Bye-bye.